They are working as a software engineer too. My roles actually includes of all the data engineering concepts which I got to learn from trendy tech. Yeah, because I faced this one. I started with Infosys. There my educators actually told me this is the platform, ETL is the platform for a data engineering part or big data engineering. I didn't do that, but I would suggest, because when I entered into this arena, then I felt that no, I made a mistake, but it was not a mistake. I have to toil hard for that one.
Hi Amar, a very warm welcome. Thank you so much for taking some time out and joining us to share your knowledge and experience about the data domain. Firstly, a huge congratulations on your recent switch to Mastercard, and we are really happy and proud for the same. So could you please briefly introduce yourself and share your current role in Mastercard?
Yeah, first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity, for sharing my experience and all the challenges which I faced over here. So first of all, I would like to introduce myself. Amar Kumar Singh. I started my career as a test engineer and gradually moving from ETL testing to big data engineering was a task on hand which I took up as a challenge and completed as a whole. And getting to a product based was not my first aim, but eventually somehow I got over here. They are working as a software engineer too. My roles actually includes of all the data engineering concepts which I got to learn from trendy tech, and beside that some of the new things which came into light, like using the NiFi and all those things are included over there, which is a good learning curve for me.
Nice, Amar. So you had offers from KPMG, Mastercard, Altimetrik, Mindtree, several others, right? So what factors did you consider when making this decision to join Mastercard?
See, the factors. One was a big four, KPMG, and other two were service based and one was the product based, right? So taking the choice is like, see, when you are experienced around more than 4 to 5 years, then you don't want your work-life balance should be disturbed over there, as my perception. So going to the big four actually will make you learn so many things, but the work-life balance is destroyed. But when you are in the 1 to 3 range, if you get an opportunity to work over there, try to get into that one. Don't focus more on the product thing. Focus on where you are getting to learn on monotonous projects. So try to take out those things. Once you get settled with the work, once you learn out the things, product-based companies are waiting for you over there. So don't worry about all those things. Take step by step, chance by chance. And the service-based thing, every freshers who are doing engineering from a private colleges and all those things, in India, most of them start their career with the service-based. And in the time frame of, some are very lucky to get a very good project to work over there and good tech stacks and good people surrounding them actually improving their learning curve over there. It's not bad choice to go with the service based, but when on the plate you do have a big four, product based and the service based, with the experience range you can select accordingly. But as per my suggestion, 1 to 3 years experience range can go for the big four, because monotonous project will make you work hard, toil hard and learn more. And with the 5-year range, you can obviously go for the product based. There the work-life balance will be good, perk will be good, and you don't have to much worry about what will be my appraisal or anything, because the culture what they bring for the appraisal is very flexible and very friendly. It does not depend on only one person. It depends on the community with which you are working in the office. So that is most aspiring thing I have got in Mastercard, that it does not depend upon an individual will on the appraisal part.
Perfect. So initially, to start off your career with, you should always choose companies that provide you with exciting, challenging projects where your learning curve will be more. And later on also you have to focus on your work-life balance as well.
Yeah, because I faced this one. I started with Infosys. I almost was there for 3.6 years. Out of those 3.6 years, I think around 2 years I wasted on bench. They were not having projects. So that was not counting into my experience. I was not learning out the things. Few are very lucky who are getting the project, who are working around 12 to 13 hours in a service based, and most of the people will be shocked to hear that in a service based you are working for 13-14 hours. So that all things actually made me search for the data engineering thing. So because when I was getting trained in Mysore with Infosys, there my educators actually told me this is the platform, ETL is the platform for a data engineering part or big data engineering. So from there, so around one and a half years I followed Sumit sir on LinkedIn to make up my mind, so that how I can go ahead with that, how can financially, first I will become stable financially, then how I can pay my fees. I don't want help from the external things. So these all things count, all things bubble up. Actually you build up the surrounding around you. No, I have to do this. So I built up, it took time to build up, but at last I took that decision.
Okay, so how did your journey, as you were speaking about data engineering as such, so how did your journey into data engineering begin? And could you share about some of the resources that kind of played a very pivotal role in this phase?
With that, it started with my training at Infosys Mysore only. So basically, see, I was from an electrical engineering background graduate. So it was very tough for me to take up the coding thing. And I was very lucky that I got DWH over there, because SQL was the only thing where I passed in the first attempt in the training part. Otherwise, everywhere I took 2 attempts. So I was very lucky that I got into this one. So SQL was the thing, I got the platform from there. And in few of the projects, I can say I have worked on few of the projects where I got the idea how the ETL things are actually working. And data engineering is more of that elaborated part over there. It started with there when I started following Sumit Mittal sir, and for the notes and all those things, whatever the post they shared, whatever the contents, any concept or any interview question, I used to save as a post in my LinkedIn account. And everything when I started with the preparation of the interview, and you asked about the content which helped me or the like those. See, I followed everything what Sumit sir told about Python, from where you can study the basics. For the SQL part also, I visited Sumit sir only, and there are few more whom you can trust on and rely on, that you will actually face the real world challenges in the questions. And for the Python part, if you want to be too much master into that one, or if you are coming from such a background where you were using in the Python in the initial state, so you can expect a good amount of question in the interview. So you can basically go for Cisco's Python training also. So the first part of the training is actually free of cost, only the exam costs you. So you can consider that one also, and you can practice it over there.
So
also,
basically you had referred a lot of resources, and even like the Big Data Masters program as well helped you a lot during this upskilling phase of yours. That's really nice.
Yeah, means I have referred and I have read more posts than what I have referred. I started preparing my questions from the post what others
So
said.
that's excellent. Yeah, there are several means through which you can gain knowledge.
And still I have switched, but whenever I see a post about a question or anything like that, I don't forget to save it, because any day in the future it might be required. So I need to save that one. So somewhere if I get stuck or somewhere I need such kind of a scenario, can go back and check to that what kind of solution they have provided for that.
So can you elaborate on the practical knowledge that you gained in the course as a data engineer, and what are the important skills, or the technologies that you feel is very important while you're working in the industry right now?
Industry, see, it has not been so long, so I cannot be too much into that industry, what you are required. But one of the most important thing will be the Hadoop commands, PySpark and SQL. These 3 things will be much more required. And if you get time, try to learn PLSQL also. If you get into the banking sector, they will ask you to write the PLSQL code for the batch running. So this is one of the thing over there. And with the practical knowledge in the Sumit sir course, try to if you don't get time for the assignment also, try to get through that solutions, whatever is provided into the next week. But whatever the questions sir is solving at a time in the video lectures, try to solve at that time, because that 45 minutes lecture will become of 1.5 hours if you are trying to solve it simultaneously or do it simultaneously. But try to implement at that time at least, so if you don't get time for the assignment, at least you can, when you revisit the solution and all those things, you can recap all the things and concepts also. And practical wise, you can also, from the initial phase, if you are coming from a good like a development background and all those things, then I think the project questions and every scenario is shared some end before ending of the around 18th week, I think. So you can start preparing for that one and start implementing, because Airflow and AWS will be there, and so the AWS basic will already be finished. So you can start creating your data pipeline or data transformations from that one. And the project aspect, from the practical aspect, what sir is doing in the video lecture, try to do it in the same way during your study time only. Don't try to take out another time. Be in that flow and complete at that time only. That will be much more beneficial.
And I have seen that a lot of them, they do face challenges while preparing for the interviews or even during their learning phase. Have you faced any such obstacles as such during your journey?
See, one of the biggest obstacles for me was the coding language. So till now, I am not very confident in the coding language, and I was fortunate that the companies where I got interviewed were not too much into the coding. So I was fortunate enough. So that is one of the things. But I think if you are coming from some other background, try to build up your basic with all these things. Then only if you go with the course. I was from IT background. I don't think everyone will coming from the IT background, right? I have seen many posts where the people are coming from the commerce background, non-technical background, and taking up the search course for the future enhancements, right? So yeah, so basically they can actually build up their scenes. And I will give you a perfect example for that. Actually, when I visit Pune on the regular basis now, so actually one of my juniors of my brother in other firm, he actually asked me for advice, actually what he want to do, because he was into the .NET part and he was not very satisfied with what he was doing in his firm. He was telling I was neither doing complete development, neither complete testing. So he told me, how do you switch so frequently? So I told him, see, you have to run according to the market. Market will not run according to you. So if you want to build, you know .NET, so try to build your portfolio into Python first of all. Try to get that knowledge. Then that Python will help you in getting whatever stream you want to choose over there. Pure Python development or data engineering or whatever you want. So first of all, learn Python and then move to the SQL. And for the SQL part, I suggested him Sumit Mittal sir, nice. And he liked that one too.
So yeah, that's a key takeaway as well, that you learn the basics first and thereon you build on the, like the technologies and also upskill your portfolio as well.
I didn't do that, but I would suggest, because when I entered into this arena, then I felt that no, I made a mistake, but it was not a mistake. I have to toil hard for that one. Doing the office, doing your project work, giving the all the whatever is demanded of you from the firm, and then taking out 2 to 3 hours per day is a challenge for some people. And actually my project was not challenging. I can give 3 to 4 hours. I did that one, but everyone's scenario will not be like that. So be prepared and then come, because everyone will not be in a notice period and everyone will not be there like they are not having a job, right?
And now that you have joined Mastercard, which is one of the dream companies as well for many, what excites you the most about the work culture here and also the technology that you're working on, projects that you're working on? How do you see, like yourself contributing to the ongoing projects?
See, on the very first day, I was made very sure that you brush up your SQL and PySpark and come to, because you are going to deal lot of them. And actually, I am part of a fraud detection team, fraud and AI intelligence team, basically. So I don't I see the real data, but you cannot do that on the financial background. So there is a challenge to create the data also, to do your part. Till now, it is far better, far better than what I have experienced earlier. And the perks, what it brings to the table, The first of all means everyone is inclusive over here. Previously, wherever I have worked, I have never seen a developer team and a testing team on a same call putting their efforts over there. So this is the first time I've seen all the developer and QE are working together on the same call. They are putting the inputs. So they are expecting the same out of you. If you are a good developer, you should be able to test out the things also. If the tester gets stuck somewhere. So these are the things. And actually they take up each and every individual for the, they are not like some of the story pointers they are giving you, and they are thinking that it can be done in two story points. That is 16 hours. But if you think that no, I will take 3 or 4 story pointers, I cannot rush into that. Actually, they will ask for your advance. If you want, they will never hesitate to increase that one. So actually, they put you into the comfort zone so that you can deliver. And it is a flexibility. So if you have to be in the late up in the night, so it's not hard and fast that you join at 10 or 11 in the morning. It can be according to your need, right, in the evening.
That's a very good, friendly environment where you can even be more creative and deliver things also on time. That's perfect. So with this, I would also like to understand that looking back, right, what are the key lessons that you have learned throughout this journey? I did, see from your LinkedIn post as well that from not buying an iPhone to landing a role to Mastercard, right?
Lessons is about how do you set your priorities, first of all. How do you set your priorities? First of all, always try to focus on what you are doing today, where it is taking you. First of all, it will give you a much clear idea to think that in down to line 10 to 15 years, this tech stack or this kind of work, where it will land me. So you have to think it accordingly and try to manage everything in a proper way. Whether it is a finance or whether it is a knowledge, try to manage it in the such way. Because see, you do have money. We all know from anywhere, anybody can buy anything. So you have to take up the priority. You don't have to take so much EMI option, because Sumit sir was already providing me the EMI option. So I would have got an iPhone for an EMI option also. So 2 EMIs at a time. And so what it would have done, when I would have resigned in my notice period, it would have happened me. It would actually end up my savings, paying up the EMI instead of my general needs. So basically, it is about the planning and the way you see out the things where you want to land up yourself into the next 10 years or 15 years, what you want or what kind of a platform you need. So you can move, you can actually travel on that for around 5 years, and then you can move out or change the direction from that part. So it's all about the planning and the focus where you want to bring on.
Perfect, Amar. So the next thing that I would like to discuss with you is very important one, that many people suffer with this notice period duration, and as well as they would like to understand about this CTC negotiation as well, so that they can get the best for their skill set.
Yeah, see, I would like to go in this one, because every time, as per my scenario, whenever I have resigned, I was not having a job. When I was on notice period, I started hunting with that. Never, at least you yourself should have belief on yourself that these 90 days, 45 days, 60 days are enough for me. I can do that. You have to understand that. If you don't believe yourself, who else will believe? You want that other firm to believe in you. That no, this guy will negotiate and come in 30 days. No, they will not. They also know that you are bluffing them. So I started with that one actually. I resigned because I didn't like the work culture over there. Something extra was there which I was not liking. So instead of working into an environment which is not giving you a mental peace, at least try to get out from there as soon as possible. So negotiating is not nothing. If you don't have a job, never worry about the things that you will not get a job. At least give them the reply that yes, I am not only dependent on you. I believe in myself, on my skill set, that I can get whatever I want in these 45 to 60 days, right? And the negotiation part, if somebody tells that your notice period is 90 days, so in the starting period to get the interview calls, you have to bluff them. Once you get the positive things from there, then try with the negotiation with your manager. And in some of the firms or many of the firms, if you have a balance leave over there, you can negotiate with that one. And somewhere you can also get the buyout option for that notice period. So go ahead with that, because everywhere there is a flexibility. If you have a will, there is a way. So first of all, you have to bring that will out of yourself, that no, I can do that. I can give reply on their face. No, I don't need dependency of yours firm at least. So try to take that step first of all. And I have done my close friend this time, because he was having only 30 days notice period, but he was not resigning. But I made him resign, and then he also got a job offer right now, and he had joined previous week only. So it goes in this way only. And with the CTC part, don't only go for the breakout paycheck that at last I am getting 24 LPA. Don't go for that. I made a mistake one time. So don't go for that. See what are the perks and what exclusive of CTC you are getting. That is your actual earning, because you can save tax from there also. So don't go for CTC only. I was having the higher offer from LTI Mindtree, so I didn't choose LTI Mindtree, because the perks outside of the CTC was much better than that.
So every factors has to be considered. There are several things that you need to consider before even you decide on the companies based on the CTC that they are offering as well.
CTC, we should not go for a number. We should go for a firm. See, at least 3 lakhs margin should be there. That can be managed anytime. If you join, suppose that X company, and they told that no, in the next appraisal I will do this, now you can take this, and one is giving less, and there it is sure that you will get a hike over there. So that X1 is actually bluffing you. They will not give you a hike. At last, what you will say, they will give you an excuse like your BMR is already full with your experience, so we cannot go beyond this CTC. I have faced this kind of, and these are the replies we get from our manager and HR. So exact reply also I am telling you what
right,
you will get from them.
Those were like very good information that you have shared with us as well. And lastly, any like advice from your end for the aspiring data engineers who are navigating in this career path itself?
I am not the right person to give the advice on this part, but still I have started my journey with the data engineering. I would say that hustle hard, fight hard, make out the time. You feel that you are not confident enough, try to get out with the Trendy Tech team. They will surely help you over there. Over their Slack channel, over the call, and Sumit sir is always there. So at least believe on yourself.
Thank you so much, Amar. That was a pleasure talking to you and getting to know really good insights on the interview preparation as well, and how to deal with CTC, notice period, and several other things that you have explained to us. We wish you loads of success in your future endeavors as well. Thank you, Amar.